Hey, well, hello, I'm back at Mokumi here, and we've got xIceBlue and TGH here for the 100% run for BS Legend of Zelda. Quite excited to see this. I'll hand it over to the runner and co-commentators to introduce themselves and talk.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Name's xIceBlue. I am going to grace you with my terrible run here. In the booth with me, I do have TGH. If he wants
Hello.
to, yeah.
Yo, what's up?
So yeah, this is this is BS Legend of Zelda. The BS does stand exactly what you think it stands for, which is broadcast to Teleview.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we thank you for all the donations towards and updating it to 100%. Really appreciate that. But yeah, pretty nice run. Tej, if you have anything to say about it, go right ahead.
So yeah, this game is actually really interesting. So what we mean by broadcast satellite is so this game, or this version of the game, was basically a version. So they call it Third Quest, Zelda 1, and it was available for the Satellaview, which was an edition for the SNES, if I'm correct about that.
Yes.
It was an edition for the SNES, which allowed you to download, it was sort of like old DLC. It was sort of like DLC, but in the mid 90s. It was downloaded over satellite, and every 2 weeks, I think, you could actually play like further and further into the game. Like you'd play more bits of the game, and somebody you can give more info on this, by the way, like the creators, but somebody stitched everything together into one ROM, and now it is actually speedrunnable. So That's what we're playing here. We're doing the 100% category.
Oh, and also I'm so sorry in advance about my file names.
Yeah, they're quite vulgar. I'd get those quickly off the screen as fast as you can. This is for charity.
This is for charity. Oh no!
Dang it! Sorry.
Okay.
My language.
So yeah, I'm ready whenever. If you want me to give y'all a countdown, we'll go ahead and start the run. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So the game starts off. I don't have to play. It just kind of just automatically moves me into the cave. It's pretty generous. I wish it would, play the entire, game for me, but it's not that nice. But yeah, we see a very iconic figure in the cave. The old man from Zelda 1 gives us the wooden sword. Never seen that happen before, right?
Definitely not.
So I want to keep beams here. Beams just make all these screens a lot faster. But yeah, do you want to kind of go over like how like this is compared to like Zelda 1?
Yeah, sure. So it's actually very similar, or it seems very similar, at least at first. You have like level 1 here in the tree, which is a very similar location and very similar setting to Zelda 1, or level 1 in the original Zelda 1. This game is kind of like a love letter to Zelda 1, honestly, but it does have a lot of quality of life improvements. Like, for instance, quick swap menus. You can use the L and R buttons on the SNES controller to switch items in your menu, as well as, and lo and behold, corner correction, something Zelda 1 dearly missed.
They missed a lot of things.
Zelda 1 had like the opposite of corner correction, but I won't go too far into that. But yeah, so it feels really nice to play compared to Zelda 1.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of my movement is basically just me walking into like these corners, and what it does is it pushes you over automatically, which is really nice because it kind of saves a little bit of time on movement. We want to keep beams. In this game, like the way sword beams work, you can actually hit multiple enemies with sword beams. It's kind of like it feels kind of like an AoE kind of attack. And it just makes the game a little bit smoother because like you can hit multiple, like if enemies stack on top of each other, or like if you have like a room full of keys, you can hit 3 or 4 keys if they're stacked on top of each other. With one sword beam. So level 1 is pretty straightforward. It's in the shape of a Z. That's what the map looks like. And
Yeah, most dungeons in this game are shaped like letters.
yeah,
Sort of like the second quest of Z1.
it's shaped like a love letter. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Sorry.
Not that kind of letter.
A Z. You say, yeah, exactly. A Z. Z1. as our favorite, TTS bot would always say. So yeah, we're just gonna make our way over to the first boss. So the 100% route versus the any percent route is actually kind of almost closely similar, except now we have to collect everything. Typically in a run, I would only collect one heart container, because speed, Oh, that's one thing I'm so sorry I did not mention.
Oh yeah, flashing lights.
Each time I'm at the very end of a dungeon, there is going to be a slight flashing light warning for those who are, susceptible to like flashing lights. Whenever I'm about to grab a Triforce, please don't look at the screen for about 3 or 4 seconds. You don't want to cause any issues,
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah. So yeah, level 2 is like right by level 1. We don't have to collect the item in this dungeon. It is a boomerang, and we don't need it. And we can kind of explain why. There is an item that you get later on at the end of dungeon 6. So the way that the game works, every single time you collect a new Triforce, something unlocks in the land of Hyrule. This was done as a way to kind of counter the original version's time mechanic. So there was certain intervals in the original game where like you can only buy a candle at this time. There was a timer on screen, and you can only buy a candle at this time, or you can only pick up an item at this time. You can only fight Ganon at specific times. But the way that it works now is whenever you as many, like however many Triforces that you currently have in your inventory, something new happens. So right here, after grabbing the second Triforce, it unlocks an extended shop that allows us to purchase the blue candle. Whereas in the original version, I think you had to wait like anywhere between like, there was like a 10 and a 20 minute on the timer. Would be the only chance you had to buy your blue candle. And then at the end of dungeon 6, instead of having to seek out what they call the mighty boomerang, the game just gives you the mighty boomerang after dungeon 6, which counts towards our 100%. Since it's the highest level boomerang you can pick up.
Yeah, and as is pretty common, I think, with Zelda speedruns as well. I'm not even sure if like speedruns besides for Zelda do this. I'll be completely honest. But yeah, like if you pick up any item that obsoletes any previous item, the item that it obsoletes does not count toward 100%. You don't need it.
Yeah. So like in the original Zelda one, we don't pick up the wooden boomerang. We only pick up the magical boomerang in level 2 and 100%. So that cave behind level 3 is one of the differences between any and 100%. And you're gonna see me taking some damage in most of these rooms here. Except I, grab a fairy instead of taking damage. Because, what we're gonna be doing here is one of 4 death warps in this dungeon. And it's the death warps, because of how slow your character moves, the death warps are just substantially faster, so we don't have to walk out of item rooms and then walk all the way back south to the first room. So we're gonna burn our character alive. I'm sorry, Zelda. I'll make it up to you. By the way, we're playing as Zelda.
I thought it was Link in a dress.
I mean, if Link wants to wear a dress, that's okay.
No judgment there.
No, absolutely not.
There are no advantages to playing as one character over the other, right?
No.
Besides, the swag and the fashion.
I mean, it's one of the first times we ever get to play as Zelda, other than like
That is very true.
Other
That's
than
very
like the
true.
CDI games.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not play as Zelda? This is like the prime opportunity. So level 3, there's lots of turns and keys and twists and pretty dangerous enemies. Gorillas in these rooms with the enemies that throw the boomerangs, they could be pretty rude. Like right here, this is like a really bad pattern. Like, well, now it's a good pattern. I should stop talking about bad patterns because I'm gonna say this. Oh, it's a bad pattern, and then they're gonna turn around and give me a good pattern.
That's what you want, though, right? Like, you want to entice them to give you the good pattern.
Yeah, I guess. But like, now I feel like I owe them something. Oh, okay. I guess the fire decides to want to burn longer. See how it is. Alright, so we're coming up on our favorite Zelda boss after this room. We have, if you've played Zelda 1, we have our good pal, Manhandla.
Oh boy.
And he's gone. That was Manhandla. Very, very easy compared to the Z1 run.
Yep.
He doesn't have as bad of movement as he does in Zelda 1. Zelda 1, it's just like his movement is entirely RNG. In this version of the game, he's a lot more generous.
You can say that again about the RNG. Like, Manhandla is a nightmare at the beginning of every Z1 run.
Yeah, that's like your major reset point in any any percent Zelda 1 run. It's just Manhandla is just not your best friend. So I'm killing these here. I do want to get a bomb drop, which we should have one right after that fairy. Because drop tables are nice. This game does share something with the Zelda 1 game. It does share like a similar like kind of thing like with global drops. And the drop table is a lot higher than, Zelda 1. Zelda 1, I think it's like a 41% drop chance for most global drops. This one, I don't know the actual percentage, but it honestly feels like 95%. It's pretty high.
Yeah, which is nice because we do need quite a few bombs in this run. And we've already used quite a few as well.
Thankfully, we purchased a bomb upgrade here, so it kind of mitigates it a little bit. I am going to pick up this floor drop in this room here.
Speaking of floor drop, we've got a donation dropped from an anonymous person for $25. Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for
said
that.
not
Thank you for the
available.
25. So if you're familiar with Zelda, the first Zelda, normally we would get a really nice item in level 4, but this one, not so much. We get to meet another one of the worst bosses in the game here. This one is no different. We have the flute, or the ocarina, in this dungeon. And then we have our good pal, Dig Dogger. Hey, pal.
Wow, that...
Pal. Alright, look, see, this is why I don't go to IHOP. Pancakes. This is why we just don't... Waffles are better. Don't at me, please. Please.
Oh, I will. I love both.
I mean, I do too, just I like waffles more.
This is the worst IHOP I've ever seen.
Oh no, I'm being added in chat. Help. I need an adult.
Hold on, I got you.
No, he's gonna at me, watch. They are both delicious, I agree.
Have you had tater tot waffles?
Tater tot waffles? I
Yeah,
have
That
not.
sounds really interesting.
It
Yeah,
does.
you'd basically stick, you'd grab like tater tots, or just even hash browns in general, and you'd stick them in your waffle maker, and then it would just come out as a tater tot waffle.
Where is this originated from?
My mind.
I was gonna say, because
I
like
was about to say
live,
your waffle maker.
I was gonna say, like, I live like in like southern Louisiana, and like we're like known for like crazy things, but like I've never heard of that.
The best part is because it's like a waffle. You can put whatever you want on top, and it just kind of like has the little pockets of everything that you want in it.
You could even put, and hear me out, okay? Hear me out. You could even put another waffle on top of your waffle.
That's like the
Inconceivable.
Salsa, oh Jesus.
Wait, if you put eggs with your salsa, yes, on top of your tater tot waffle.
We're just like now we're just making chat hungry. It's over.
Oh, I just ate
Lunch
and
and
you're making me
breakfast
hungry.
time, okay?
It's all over from here.
Speaking of which, we just got the bait.
Yeah, we're like not even talking about the run, and I'm so sorry. We're just talking about waffles over here.
No, I was just I was making a remark about how we got food in the game, and I don't have food right now in real life.
I mean, you could.
That's a shame. Maybe you should go get some food.
I only eat gators and well, I don't eat gators, thankfully. It's a little too tough for my taste buds. But crawfish, shh. You give me some crawfish and it's all over. You ain't gonna see me for like a good couple hours.
Is there such thing as like all you can eat crawfish?
My God, I wish. Oh, this is a pattern right here.
Here, good clock though. So yeah, just like in Zelda 1, you get the clock drops and it stops every enemy in the room. You can just go ahead and kill them.
You could say it also saves time. I'll see myself out.
Got him.
I'll see myself out.
I think.
Is this where I actually mute you now? Is that good?
I mean, honestly, you know what? I deserve it. I won't lie, I deserve it.
Dot did ask a question. Oh my gosh, let me scroll back up on the chat. Dot has a question. Ahead of the crawfish, what's good?
Head of the crawfish?
Yeah.
Alright. That's where like all the best parts of the crawfish are.
Is the brains.
It's like alright, look, I live in Louisiana, and it's essentially like it's a crime if, and I don't want it to sound lewd, it's a crime if you don't suck the head. Like
I'm gonna say nothing.
Louisianians will throw you out of the state if you don't do that. Believe me.
Anyway, so about the run that we're doing, we're getting another bomb upgrade here, which is nice. All right, so we have 16 bombs now.
Speaking of 16 bombs, could you eat 16 crawfish in one go?
Oh no! Don't give me that. No. Okay. All right. We don't want the fairy. The fairy's bad. Go away. No.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna death warp here, so we don't want that fairy.
Are you gonna burn alive again?
Yes. Look, we're an arsonist in this run, okay? Oh, by the way, we died. So yeah, that death warp saves like over a minute. Walking back through the room, we'd have to clear that diamond staircase. of the Gyptos, and the Gyptos take either 7 sword slashes or 2 bombs. Well, we want to save our bombs, and 7 sword slashes takes like 16.9 years, which may sound nice, but it's not really nice. But yeah, our goal was to go all the way back because we needed to grab that key from that boat room. So we death warp it to basically grab the key on the way back to go this way. Look, Keese, look. Alright. I need you to calm down. See, now that's an instant. Now that's an instant where we want the fairy. Because we need the health, because we have 2 rooms of Gyptos, a room of Dark Nuts.
Wait, did you say Dark Nuts?
Yes, the actual enemy name is Dark Nuts.
That is the actual name of them. He's not kidding.
I wish I was. Now that's a pattern.
So,
Yeah,
what kind of nuts do you like?
We like them dark here. Dark peanuts. Cashews, pistachios, you know. Please don't kick me off the air.
No, we were just talking about nuts, you know, like you know, edible ones.
Shadow pistachios. You had a chance to say no. We don't eat Deku nuts. Sorry. You'd have to be nuts to eat those.
I'm gonna leave. I'll see y'all later.
Yo, thanks for commentary.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
it.
problem. All right. Discord noise
later.
here. Boom.
I'm not trying to get xIceBlue banned.
You'd have to be nuts to eat those. Da-da-da-da.
Oh.
He got some Deku nuts. Do-do-do-do-do.
See, and I knew this was gonna happen. It's just we never like whenever TGH and I talk about this run, we never talk about this run.
Look, do not blame me for this, okay?
This
I
is
have not
all
done
your
anything.
fault.
No, it's not. I haven't said anything. I've gotten you back on track like twice now. This is not me.
Who was the one who actually started talking about crawfish first, though?
Somebody in chat was mentioning
Oh yeah, crawdaddies.
Gators and crawdaddies, which any Louisianian would not call them that. Please, don't insult. So there's a heart container on this beach for free. It's pretty nice. Helps out.
That is pretty nice.
I feel like this game's really nice. You know, you get like your free skip upgrades, you get some free hearts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this game is a lot more generous than that game I said I wouldn't talk about again like 5 minutes into the run.
What game?
And yet have continued to talk about it throughout the entirety of the run, pretty much.
I don't know which game you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot which game I was talking about.
So yeah, this is one of the major differences in the route. Since it's 100% in the game, you know, we have to collect 100% of the items, you know. I'm also taking damage on purpose. We have to come all the way up here to grab an item. And you may recognize the item if you've played Zelda 1. This is the rod, the magical rod. And we don't ever use it. I'm also gonna do this. I need to take a little bit more damage. I did not want to take another bot from the Pole's voice, because coming in here with half a heart with Keese is never a good thing.
Yeah.
Please come up. Thank you.
Yeah, Keese continued to be the worst enemy in any Zelda game, pretty much.
If you do not use it, do you lose it? No, not at all. It just looks pretty in your inventory. Pretty bad. So I don't know what song we played on the ocarina just there, but apparently the Pole's voice just, they tell you have poor taste in music.
And then die.
And then they just literally explode.
I would say that if it was that poor and they died, yes, they were quite right.
They were probably listening to the original Legend of Zelda soundtrack, which is just awful.
It's like, yeah, you gotta wonder how bad a song is for whoever's listening to it to not only die, but also before they die, tell you had poor taste in music.
They were both
Like
offended and wanted to leave as soon as possible.
Yes. Like, my god, that's bad.
Toxic. Alright, so, remember what I told you about getting a boomerang at the end of Dungeon 6? Yeah, we're about to get that. We're gonna get a nice little cool cutscene of a boomerang just magically appearing right in my hand. We don't even know where it came from.
The mighty banana. I mean, boomerang.
You know? It is the mighty banana.
So what's Beethoven's favorite fruit?
don't know.
Banana.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Oh, there, we're gonna derail the game again. So the difference with this boomerang is actually good, unlike the other ones.
Yeah, this is one of the most powerful boomerangs in Zelda.
Yeah, this boomerang, honestly, it makes the Gale boomerang from like Wind Waker or what is it, Twilight? I think
Twilight Princess has the Gale boomerang.
Yeah, it makes the Gale boomerang look like a chump. This boomerang, it goes cross screen, and it also deals the same amount of damage as the white sword. Which, if we're going off of a damage scale, your wooden sword does 1, your white sword does 2, and then the master sword does 4. Which, by the way, we're picking up the master sword. The old man just kind of found it on the beach. He's like, oh.
Yeah, the only boomerang in 2D Zelda that even compares to this boomerang is the one from Link's Awakening. Specifically the original Link's Awakening, not
that's
the remake.
Not even a boomerang. That's not even a boomerang. That's a sack of bricks.
Yeah, for reference, the boomerang in Link's Awakening one-shots the final boss of the game. So you're working with that, basically. This is the next best boomerang.
Chef says she's unsubbing for my channel. All right, I'll see you in a week. when your sub renews.
Only because you confused things.
I mean, she's been around long enough. She gives me the most crap, and it's okay. All right, so we pick up the power bracelet here for one reason, or 2 reasons, and 100%. To go and push the stone right next door to where the power bracelet is, and to open this, because we need to pick this item up here. This is the red ocarina. You only see this in 100%, and it only has it has 2 purposes. One purpose is, in 100%, it's a very annoying item, because whenever you enter a screen that has like a secret, like a bombable wall or like a push block that will allow you to like find like a take any cave, it plays a little jingle. And 2, it brings us to the magical key. I don't know what the old lady on the side is. We'll go over there and we'll talk to her, and
she's just chilling.
Here, we'll steal her key. Thanks.
She's just vibing.
She's just vibing. Now she doesn't have a key. She's locked out of her own house now. Got him.
You set yourself on fire and then you start stealing keys from from Old Woman. Like, is this the block of just like, are we the baddies?
You thought Zelda was the hero of time? Think again. So yeah, as you can hear, this really, really nice jingle. Every single time you enter a screen that has a secret wall on it, it just plays a really annoying jingle. Oh, hey, Teach.
Here we have my favorite silver arrows.
Yeah, I was, Teach, you wanna tell them about why these silver arrows are your favorite?
Yeah. Okay. So I played this game casually for the first time, like, I don't know, probably, God, it's been a long time now. But those silver arrows are in the first room of level 8. And so there's an old man pretty deep into level 8 that says, those who are next door will show you to the arrow. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. All right. I go into the next room, and there are green wall masters in the next room. Normally, wall masters are blue. Like, in all of 2D Zelda, wall masters are blue, especially in Zelda 1. And these wall masters were green. I'm like, ooh, okay. All right, awesome. So I'm going to intentionally get grabbed by these wall masters. Okay, cool. I'm smart, right? I'm a genius for thinking this. Like immediately thought that. It just brings me to the first room. And I'm like,
he sits there and stares at the screen. He sits there and stares at the screen for like a whole 5 minutes, and he's like, huh? And then he proceeds to check the entire dungeon twice.
No, I mean, yeah, this guy right here. I thought the game swindled me, and it kinda did.
So
and
to make it
was correct.
To make it even more of a slap to the face, when you grab the dungeon map for level 8, it's an arrow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that was. I mean, in hindsight, it's really good game design, honestly. But in the moment, oh my god, was I was not happy. I was not happy with the game.
But yeah, it's the dungeon map is literally in the shape of an arrow pointing down, and I'm just sitting here and I went and popped a bowl of popcorn. I had that much time in between, him getting that hint and in attempting to find the silver arrows. I went and popped an entire bowl of popcorn and I was just munching away. It was nice. Oh, by the way, I have infinite bombs.
Yeah.
Triforce 7, whenever you collect the 7th Triforce, you get infinite bombs. And it's pretty nice. Except in Dungeon 7, we don't need more than 3 bombs.
It's good backup.
You can hear the little jingle playing.
So would you prefer the jingle? Would you prefer Navi?
I would prefer probably shoving my head into my freezer. If we're being honest here.
I mean, he is xIceBlue after all.
I thought I was nice blue. Never mind. Also, I'm taking damage. We're going to be doing our final death warp of the run. And we want to take some damage here. Then we're coming up on a weird enemy. This is the Patra twins. They don't have orbitals, but they like to be parallel to each other. And, die very quickly. So let's see, we have 8 hearts, so I can take 3 bops here. I'm just trying to
those
get
do 2 hearts of damage. Which is nice in this case, because we need to take damage.
Yeah, we're gonna grab our final item upgrade of the run here, the red candle. And that's going to complete our B button items. And our final item that we're going to collect is a heart container and the red ring, which we're going to collect those right after this dungeon. Sadly, you don't get the red ring until you beat all 8 dungeons. It's pretty upsetting, to be honest. Inventory does not have to be completed Like, whereas like we don't have to purchase a second set of bait. We don't have to have a potion. You know, in this run, I didn't think it was necessary to be like, oh, you need to have a potion or you need to have the bait. For 100% inventory completion, I didn't think it was really necessary. We have
like those are
Manhandle 2 Electric Boogaloo.
You can see how fast Manhandle can get. But I was gonna say, like, those are consumable items. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to include those for 100%.
Yeah, that and like the magical shield, I didn't really see a reason.
It's like saying you have to complete the run with like max amount of rupees or something. Like that's like along the same sort of.
Yeah, kind of like how like with Z2 as well. Like you have to be like, I'm glad they didn't define it like, oh, you have to be 888. You know, on your levels. I think that would have been kind of silly. All right, so this is our final upgrade with 8 Triforces in tow. That is basically, so normally in the Zelda game you shoot sword beams whenever you have full health. In this game, it's a little different. Whenever you don't have full health and you have 8 Triforces, you can shoot sword beams at any health you'd like. So we don't need to be at full health to shoot sword beams. We're going to pick up our final upgrade, which is the red ring. You pretty much become invincible with this item. You take 1/4 normal damage, and yeah, you become a massive tank. And then we have one final heart container to grab over here, which is right to the left of start. Yeah, we turned into Princess Peach. I just read Dustplume's posts in chat. The only downside to the red ring is that you can't play Xbox anymore.
Amazing.
Okay, I'll give you that one, Dusk. That one was good. I appreciate that one. Alright, so there is no level 9 in this dungeon, I'm sorry. Or dungeon, in this game, I'm sorry, y'all. We have the old man's cave. Apparently, he didn't hear any of the construction going on behind his cave. Ganon built an entire, like, 3-room lair behind the old man's house, and I guess the hearing aid was turned off or something.
I mean, old man could have just been deaf. I mean, there's a reason why he's in a cave. He's giving you things.
So one of the major differences with the Ganon fight in this version versus Z1, Ganon can actually be hurt by sword beams. So we utilize that to just kind of fire sword beams across the room. And 4 hits, and then Ganon is out of the question.
That was a good fight too.
It was. Nice. Push me away from
we are pretty close to time.
Yeah, time is when Princess Peach exits the cave. So we're gonna save our we're gonna name him Joe. He doesn't actually have a canon name, but we're gonna name him Joe.
Hi, Joe.
And time is going to be right when we exit the cave and we see the credit screen. And time.
Yatta!
GG's.
GG!
Heck has saved Hyrule.
Yes. With the power of heck.
Did anybody catch the time on, like, my split pedal wasn't, like, stopping the time for some reason?
36:32?
Yeah, so I'm like at mid 36.
I stopped it pretty late.
36, like 25 or something.
I think, and I could be wrong, I think that's a new PB.
Yo!
Ooh, all that crawfish talk.
I know, right?
Hey, let me look, actually. Hang on.
Yeah, I think
yeah, this is definitely PB. Your previous PB was 36:34.
Yeah, and I think
so yeah.
I think the timer was like a 36, like 26, I want to say.
Definitely in the 20s.
Chef's saying 36:22.
22. Ooh. Let me see. I'm watching back the tapes. Sorry, give me a second. We're watching the videotapes.
This play is under review.
Well, while we review those real quick, just as
25.
a quick heads up. Oh, nice.
36:25. Yeah, that is a new PB. And I mean, if you want to get technical, I'm one of the only 3 runners this category. It's a new record.
Don't sell your show up short. You the record now. Yay! Awesome! Yay!
Yeah, that was actually a really good run. I'm actually kind of shocked.
Yeah, that was super fun and really solid, like pretty much all the way through.
Just remember, just complain about the bad patterns, and then you're good to go.
Those bad patterns paid off. That
Just
and,
remember-
pancakes.
Yeah, just remember to talk about crawfish in every run.
And
From now
nuts.
on?
You know, can't forget the nuts.
Yeah.
Dark nuts.
You missed the run. All right, I got you. I'll run it right back real quick. We have like 3 minutes. Got you.
I'm just gonna quickly plug that we do have some incentives still just before the next run. So if you really want to name some characters for Final Fantasy 1 and 2, put in your donations now. For Final Fantasy 1 so far, the winners are Warrior Kazuto, Monk Omax, Black Mage Vox, and Black Mage Chair. If you don't like any of those names, obviously give us your money and name someone.
Yeah, no, the Final Fantasy run's it's actually a pretty cool person that's gonna be running it. Me. Yeah, I gotta pat myself on the back there,
So I have some authority that I need to mute this person named.
Oh, am I being escorted out of the building? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're talking about nuts. I don't know.
Am I being escorted out? I'm sorry.
Just kidding. But yes, if you don't like Black Mage being chair, maybe make it table.
Who wouldn't like chair?
I mean,
I prefer
chair.
bed myself.
I wish my name was Chair.
I'm just gonna
Not
leave
kidding.
it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna walk away from this one. I'm gonna say thanks for co-commentating with me, TJ. I appreciate it.
That's Chair too. In all seriousness, it was my pleasure and great run.
Thank
That was
you.
a lot of fun.
It was very fun. I'm sorry we didn't really talk about the actual run itself. But
We talked about enough.
We did.
It was
yeah.
still a fun
I
run.
learned.
Zelda
things.
goes stabby, and we go collect triangles. It's okay.
And Ganon made his house between an old man's house.
Look, we'll just go with the old cutscene when we killed Ganon. Oh no, you killed me. Good.
Good.
Perfect. All right. Thank you guys for the run. And again, we do have Final Fantasy 1 with TGH coming up. So if you don't
TGH?
watch,
That would be
What?
That would be
Oh,
I
xIceBlue
know,
coming up,
right?
not me.
Oh.
oh my god, I'm
No,
so sorry.
you're good.
Sorry, it's
Teach, when were you gonna tell me you're learning FF1?
I'm sorry.
It was a surprise. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to escort you out of the stream.
Oh. Thrown out of the stream twice in one day.
Ripperoni cannoli. I'm so sorry.
I was gonna tell you eventually. Yeah.
Are you at least using the guide?
You mean the
No.
guide you wrote?
Yeah.
Hell no. I wouldn't use that.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wrote it at like 4 a.m, and like I got DM'd by a good friend, and he's like, when you were typing up this guide, it's like it says to go southwest in this dungeon, but don't you mean southeast? And I was like, I did type this at 4 a.m.
sometimes the best things get typed at 4 a.m. I think we should probably take
Yeah.
our leave so that you can
Yeah.
prep for the
Yeah.
next run. So thank you again for this awesome run, and donate. We'll see you guys in a bit.